Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for the heads up.
The wages of sin.
Mr. O napped too long as part of the problem today.
Mrs. O crapped on me too long.
I didn't wake him. I didn't know I was supposed to be his alarm clock. Even
She
though
wasn't.
he has a phone like me.
Look,
that
it's
has
only
a timer.
2:01. It's only 2:01. You're the one who just said you weren't ready. I was ready.
I'm ready.
You said some notice would have been nice.
Well, just that you had turned it on and it was running. I did not know.
We're off to a bicker.
Well, we're cranky. Our tax people never got back to us yesterday.
Failed.
And we can't get a hold of them. And we keep leaving messages just to let us know if they have the paperwork we sent, electronically to them. We'll confirm it. So pretty angry about this. I don't think we'll be using them again if they're listening, which they're not. Okay. But anyway.
Well, welcome everybody.
So we're kind of stressed. I'm going to be walking in there on the 15th and expecting something from them. Oh, nice. Anyway. So, that aside, how about we do a card for the collective first, which we always do, even if we have a birthday reading. And that is from the Season of the Witch in Bulk Oracle today. I also have the Liminal Forest one again with me for oracle readings, as well as this one. And there's something else sitting down there. I have no idea what it is. Oh, it's probably the Crow Oracle. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Let's cut them. I'm just going to pull one out for brevity. For brevity's sake, yet another one fell. But wow, this is a nice one, wouldn't you say, Scorpio?
Indeed.
It's, oh God.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Number 31.
Number 31.
Summoned, your flesh rises from the ashes and into the expansive flame of your soul. Sounds like a 3rd-degree burn.
Well, and the funny thing is, the one that fell to the floor is the goddess. I'm not going to read both of these, but I thought that was interesting. After the Phoenix, we had dropped that card. That was number 31, you said, I believe. All right. I think these are alphabetical anyway. Yeah, it looks that way. Okay, the Phoenix. Wow. Phoenix is the ultimate expression of life, death, and rebirth. So it's funny that I did drop the goddess to the floor after that. She allows self-destruction to take hold, tearing apart the old so that a new, more enlightened being can take shape. You can see the intelligent process of the life and death cycle all the time. One season sheds into another. One day drifts into the past and allows a new day to enter the present. The bush loses one brilliant bloom so that a new rose can flourish. Phoenix is lighting a blaze in your life. You're about to embark on a fresh journey, but before you can welcome the new, you must be willing to shed something old. It's always the hard part, isn't it? Do not consider this process to be a sacrifice. Instead, consider it to be a trade-in or an upgrade rather than a loss, for what you will receive in return will be much improved from what you have now. Even if you are happy with your current situation, pulling this card is a sign that there are bigger, better things just over the horizon. Additionally, Phoenix represents a breakthrough or a significant change in circumstances. What you have inquired about today is nearly at its end. In this way, Phoenix represents hope for a new beginning. You may be the lucky receiver of a financial windfall. Oh my goodness, I love that. I was going to play the lottery after the show today. My birthday luck. It's my birthday week. You may be the lucky receiver of a financial windfall. Suddenly find the solution to a long-term problem or move past troubles in a relationship. Be at peace, for soon all will be well. The Phoenix is really a great card. And, it is like an upgrade. Consider what you are shedding away. You're shedding it away because you are about to be upgraded. And so who wouldn't want that? I mean, we should never settle if there's more out there for us to aspire to.
Yay, Kara has become a phoenix. She is awake.
Yay, Kara.
Welcome to the show.
Oh my goodness, who else did I miss? Well, never mind. I will follow Violet's list. I will check mine against hers. It is the wise thing to do. I'm expecting a package between our shows, so I may have to run up and get it. And as a matter of fact, I have to run and get something right now, which is my tea. So, Mr. O, maybe you want to start the shuffling for our birthday reading. And our birthday reading is today for Firespawn. Am I right?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well, maybe I do and maybe I don't.
Uh-oh. Do you not want to use a deck? Do you want me to use one of mine?
I have a deck. That's not the question I answered.
Are there all reversed cards in the deck? Because I'll be angry. Ooh.
Go
Ooh.
get your tea.
Ouchie, ouch.
And I'll mention that we should thank our moderator, Violet Lotus.
Yay.
It was almost too easy to say our violator. Once you say it that way, it just sort of comes back around. But seriously, Violet Lotus helps us with the list. And she keeps things together by getting your question to her, because the last thing we need is to get stalled waiting for a question. We like to be nice to everybody and give people a few moments, but this actually works better. And you can always navigate back to this part where it's at. We talk about it enough to let people know that. So thank you for cooperating with our wonderful moderator, Violet Lotus. Thank you, thank you. All right, so I have selected a deck for the... Hi, Christine.
Hey, Christine.
For the reading for Firespawn.
Okay.
And it's going to be my Secrets Tarot. And I have a display there on the screen of the birthday gift spread. And lately, all the Aries have been showing up to get their free birthday reading.
Well, we Aries know a good deal when we see it.
Indeed.
And that's why I bought you a special gift that's coming.
Aww.
'Cause I care.
And I'm going to model it when it arrives.
I don't know. We'd have to unpackage a lot of stuff, so it might not be good during the show.
I would have to unpackage some stuff.
And it's not a deck that I got for Mr. O, but I'm expecting a deck today. I think it's called the Trash Animal Oracle or something like that. Which is all about our scavenger animals. So it should be fun. I can't wait to get that. That's a birthday gift to myself. And I got something for Mr. O to make him more comfortable, I hope.
All right, the birthday gift spread for Firespawn. Card 1, the gift Firespawn received last year that they can use to make the most out of this year.
I thought we were both going to shuffle, but apparently
well,
that's okay. No.
Why didn't you say something a little bit earlier?
I didn't realize you weren't
You
handing.
usually don't hesitate to say something earlier. You've broken the spell. And you've made me cough.
I'm sorry.
Hey, gods.
I think the birthday readings we just both shuffle, so I'm going to
both-
shuffle and I'm going to give it back to him and let him cut.
What a
Because he
way to
should
shuffle it.
Again.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Don't sound like your mother.
Should I sound like your mother?
There it is, I know. We've been having a standing joke. Here you go. He has a laugh that sounds like his mom's, and sometimes it sounds like my mom's. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Is it just me?
It reminds me of a song
Oh, no.
by Martha Hoople. I wish I'd been your mother.
No, you don't.
No, I actually don't.
I would say no. Good afternoon, Angel. You just missed Sonny. He took off. He'll be back. Don't worry.
I was
no
probably
worries.
choking on his hair. He seems to have super
He-
shedding right now.
He was he was really hacking up the hairballs yesterday, and so I think and I tried to brush him. I brushed a lot out of him, but I couldn't get him because he wouldn't stay still or let me get one side of him. But I got a lot of his loose hair off. All right, let's start again for Fire Spawn. The gift I received last year that I can use to make the most out of this year. And it's the Chariot. Well, Fire Spawn, something was moving and shifting in your life. Something, maybe that you even were able to regain a little bit control over more in your life. And, therefore you were able to kind of move things forward a little bit, propel things forward. So I think whatever that is, it's still kind of in process, and maybe that's why it's the gift you can make the most out of this year. Maybe things are really going to happen.
That was for Angel.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes, I was the cat hack.
All right.
My turn?
Yes.
All right. So the gift you received last year was motivation and the idea of accepting a challenge or seeing how easy it is for you to really assume the reins of this challenge. So the challenge is not so daunting that you did not want to accept it, because the nature of a challenge is really about, advancing yourself, your agendas. So that's really what it is maybe the belief in yourself too.
So what is Fire Spawn's gift to the present moment? Oh, well.
Harvey, I think you're the last person on our list because Violet just said we were at 19.
Yeah, let's
So we'll
cut
take
it
you-
with Harvey.
You're going to be right at the end.
Boy, did we fill up fast.
We
Holy
did.
moly.
It's crazy.
Awesome, guys. You came early. That's the way to do it.
Alrighty, so I guess I better stick that.
Yeah, you ought to stick it up.
That's one. Okay, so let's do card 2.
Card 2, that you've got
Gift of the present moment. Thank you for reminding me. You're so wonderful.
it. Go ahead.
The gift of the present moment is the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel reversed. And so the gift of the present moment is maybe understanding a blessing in disguise, that sometimes fate gives you an unexpected twist that may actually be beneficial. It may not, but maybe it's still meant to show you something. So the gift of the present
Oh, that's
moment
interesting.
could be a sense of hindsight in a way too, to realize where things have gone in the past that maybe have not been so helpful.
What's interesting about that, Fire Spawn, is the gift of the present moment is sometimes a delay or setbacks are a good thing. I feel here with the wheel turning in reverse, the gift in this present moment is that maybe this is just not the right time for something yet. If something were to happen right now, relationship-wise or, career or with your goals, it may not turn out as well as you would have liked. This is just saying that sometimes delays happen for a reason. And so the good news is that this will pass. It's just the gift of the present moment, and it will shift and change. So in a way, it's at the start of your birthday year, it's a good time to get that card, because it's going to pass away. Maybe it will not impact you your entire year. Okay.
All right, card.
The
card
gift
3.
from your connection with others in the next year? Well, it's Temperance reversed, and I'll start this one and just say, the gift you receive from others will be maybe some things that will stress you a little bit. Maybe some of your friends or family or support group or whatever, even at work, they feel you need some challenges. Maybe you need something to shake things up a little bit. Maybe, you're going to feel a little imbalanced by it, for sure, but maybe they just feel like they want you to, step out of your comfort zone a little bit. They'll invite you to events or places you wouldn't normally go to, or maybe you've never gone to before, so you're a little pensive. It could be that, something that takes you out of your comfort zone and maybe stresses you out a little bit, but sometimes that's not a bad thing.
Well, sometimes the gift of your connections could be that they are sounding boards, that maybe they represent the idea of a bad angel on one shoulder and a worse one on the other shoulder. Well, or it could be any analogy you want, but the idea that your connections may represent sounding boards, points of critique or criticism that you should listen to and not necessarily feel they're trying to make disruption, because that could be the thing too, is that maybe you might look at your connections and say, they're kind of up in my business, they're kind of messing with my life a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe they're looking out for you. They just maybe don't articulate things with a sugar coating, and that may be something you have to think about.
It's an interesting one. All right, so what's next, Mr. O?
Card 4, the gift that will help work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams or goals. I said it right.
The gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams and goals. You did. Wow, well, it's the Nine of Cups. I think the gift that will help you move on your goals and achieve them is the desire. Is the desire for achieving what you truly want this year, Fire Spawn. This is the desire to achieve your goals, your wishes, to complete something, to bring something to fruition, to manifest something in your life. It could be of an emotional nature, but whatever it is, it would make you feel really fulfilled and happy. And so I feel that's it. That will help you work on your goals, is that passion, that desire that you have for achieving something this year.
The Nine of Cups or chalices is not always just about, your wish and it reflecting on your desire. It could actually say there's a moment of some sort of fission or fusioning with your actual luck potentials. And so that gift could result in a sense of luck or good luck that comes to you. And remember, you had the wheel over here, Fire Spawn, so the idea of unexpected twists, possibly beneficial, is possibly already a factor in part of your life. So I think that's what this is saying too, is that don't discount that there could be some fortuitous, unexpected things happening that maybe will advance these notions.
Well, you never know, Violet. She might come back today, later, and we'll let her know. But the bottom line is, when she comes back to the show, we'll just let her know what date it is, and she can go check it out. Because we don't have an email for her.
Yeah, we don't have
or
a
anything,
connection for her.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, next card. The gift from your spirit guides and or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in this next year? The Two of Wands, reversed.
So, the gift your ancestors or spirits want for you is to understand that despite it all, not everything runs smoothly, not every project finishes or has a summation of any sort. Sometimes you just have to say, maybe I have to try something new. This is saying the gift of your ancestors or spirit is saying, don't be afraid or don't be unwilling to change your plans and to try something new, especially when it really counts. And you'll know when that is. Excuse me. Go ahead.
Is that the Nine of Cups?
That is.
Even if you have the passion...
This is the next card, though.
I understand that.
Okay.
Even if you have the passion, even if you have the desire to manifest something this year. I think your ancestors and your spirit guides want you to know that may not, it won't be easy street. You will have to do some work. You may even have to do some revisioning of your plans. It's like Mr. O said, there may be challenges, there may be setbacks, but the
that
thing
starts at the beginning.
right, but the thing, but I think that's, and that will pass. That's carried over from this year. So it may be setbacks or challenges, and you may have to, it may force you to rethink your approach to it. And I think once you do that, if you open your mind up to, your ancestors want you to know, if you open your mind up to rethinking your approach, you're more likely to succeed inevitably.
All right. So finally, card 6, the gift that you will ultimately receive this year. What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth have you achieved by the year's end?
It's the Four of Pentacles reversed. That's kind of interesting. I want to think about that.
Okay, I think that's about understanding flow in your life, because through the cards we've seen that there will be some twists and turns, some changes, some good luck, some not so good luck, some ideas that say, maybe my friends are trying to tell me the truth, but I didn't want to accept it, now I should. All those kind of things, they're understanding flow, which to me is what the Four of Pentacles reversed in this meaning says. The idea that things are not necessarily a constant or consistent, but that you can expect flow, and you need to maybe understand rhythms in your life, or that's what the gift is the gift is understanding those flows and rhythms, when you can make advantage of most things, when maybe you do need to pull back and understand it's time to readdress it.
I think for me, what that might mean, the Four of Pentacles, is that, maybe some of the things that you had hoped for or desired this year, and I'm not sure it's not the main one you are working on, but I think it's something else. You may not feel that they're as important anymore, and it's time to let them go. It's time to let them go so you can make room for what it is you're truly passionate about. And it reminds me in a way of the Phoenix card we just had at the beginning of the show. So, Firespawn, you may want to go and look at that card for the collective again, just to refresh it. But it's about, any change and any upgrade that we make in ourselves sometimes necessitates shedding something, letting something go so that we can make room for it. And I almost think that's what the lesson of this year is for you, to be able to let something go so you can create the room for the positive growth, change, or expansion that you want in your life. Wow.
Happy
Nice
birthday.
Happy birthday, Firespawn. I hope you enjoyed that reading.
It's possible we might be able to use YouTube to somehow get a message to them, because
We'll see.
it's possible. I know how to do it. We have a subscriber list, so I think I can possibly find them through that.
Yeah, I don't know. Not everybody's on there, so
True.
We'll see. All right. Well,
All right. So
we're on to regular readings now.
Onward to the regular readings.
All right, and just a reminder, this is my birthday week. Woohoo! But it looks like we got so many Aries readings, it's kind of hard to fit in my reading. I'm going to try to coerce Mr. O to let me do it at our next happy hour show. So that'll be the day after my birthday.
We'll talk. I have another idea for you.
Oh, okay.
And I agree with Angel and Violet. I think we do like doing birthday readings. It gives us a chance to stretch a little bit, because it's not 3 cards, it's 5 cards, and we have to kind of draw some of the connection between them for sure, as opposed to 3 cards not necessarily. So I like doing them for the stretching that it gives us.
Acella's up and says, what kind of person is Igor, a Cancer? Okay.
All right. Sure.
I'll grab a deck. I guess I'll use my Owl Tarot. I kept my decks the same, but I'm going to start moving on to themes real soon. I think I'm going to have I have a number of animal decks in here. I might just bring down a bunch of my animal decks and do that for a while. And then I'm thinking about some other ideas for the summer. Happy birthday, Fires. Happy birthday to all my fellow Aries. Is that the Amazon truck I hear? No, that's Motorcycle Guy.
Biker boy or motorcycle man. One of the two.
Darn it.
Oh, interesting.
Well, you know who has left the area, right? He's not around?
He does not appear to be.
Huh?
He does not appear to be.
Okay. All right, what kind of person? Well, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. This is interesting. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed. I don't know if they're an Earth. You said they're a Cancer, so a lot of Earth energy here. And look at this. We got the Ace of Pentacles upright. It's the only upright card. And I know you'll be getting a Lenormand soon. All right.
I know you'll be reminding me.
I have.
Unneedfully.
Unneedfully.
Needlessly.
I guess I needed to wake you up, though.
I was up. I was just laying there, enjoying my moments of rest before you come.
Oh my goodness! And that's why he could not get it up 10 minutes before, Violet.
Don't worry, Victoria. Biker boy seems to have a family.
Yeah, that's true.
We're all boring, older, married people around here.
Pretty much, except for or widowed.
Or widowed.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about.
Or very old and never married. There's at least one or two of those.
All right, the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is reversed. Back to the reading for Asel. This is about Igor and personality, or what kind of person they are. Well, it's kind of interesting here. I feel that, there's somebody who doesn't work well with others a lot of times, Asel. And I don't know if you know this to be true. They may just have, I don't know, maybe they just don't like sometimes the different politics and squabbles that goes on between people trying to work together. They would rather do things themselves, I feel. And sometimes I think that's to their detriment. I think that they would be better off being more open and receptive to working together with people than they are. And, with that Seven of Pentacles reversed too, I feel like they're very hardworking on their own. They're very hardworking. It's almost as if I wonder here if they're the kind of people who are self-made or want to do a career or something entrepreneur-like because of that Ace of Pentacles there. They just seem to be, more motivated with starting projects than working through the process to complete them. So there's a little bit of maybe a maturation process that needs to go on with this person. And I wonder, Asel, if we're talking business, that's one thing. And if we're talking relationships, it's similar too. I mean, you could have somebody who just keeps starting relationships, but then bails on them after a time because they don't want to have to do the work, or they don't want to have to compromise to get along with a partner.
Well, sometimes in astrology, we also carry the characteristics of our opposite sign to some degree, or in fact, sometimes they are similar. And so Cancer's opposite sign is Capricorn. And of course, that could explain some of the emphasis on Earth, but it also explains the idea of starter, can do it on my own, hard worker kind of stuff going on there. Banshee articulated that pretty well. So I think that's Igor or Yegor. I don't remember if that was the same person last time you were speaking of, but at any rate, I do find many of what Banshee said is true about that, and that in fact maybe they're viewing a lot of life or things in general as a big new project for them.
Oh.
Now, Cancer kind of represents the big mommy of the zodiac. Capricorn kind of represents the big daddy of the zodiac. So to some degree, there are care, nurture factors going on. Sometimes they can get a little bit extreme, but I don't necessarily see that here.
You know, don't you get the impression here when you look at the lilies and the cross? And the cross is about worry, grief, etc. The lilies is about evolution, but also maybe about long-term things. And I really have the feeling here that the lilies is saying, Igor maybe is carrying some heavy weight from past relationships or maybe from family relationships that affects their lives and affects their outlook on things. Maybe makes them a little bit more serious. Maybe makes them a little less willing to follow through with their relationships in life.
My question almost makes me say, are they possibly a widower, or do they have a sense of loss, a parent or a sibling that they cared about, a cousin, even a good friend who passed away, and maybe they're evolving through that idea about that too. So they may come across as even more somber in a way. You know, some of that could be represented through those pentacles there. So that's what I think Igor is like.
So they're not a bad person per se, but they may be a bit irresponsible. And, you know, if they keep carrying this burden, you know, from the past, instead of dealing with it or releasing it, it could impact their growth and development going forward.
Indeed.
So that's what we see right now, Estelle. That's what we have for you. Good luck with it.
All right, Estelle.
I hope some of that made sense. Okay.
And we are on our good friend, Mr. Maurice, general career reading.
And thank you all for the birthday wishes in advance. I appreciate it because, hey, I've been celebrating all month in my own way. So,
and I have Major Deck Palooza here. I may actually use a different deck for each reading that I do. Because I think I brought 10, so we'll see how that goes. All right, Mr. Maurice. Still working on the cat litter?
General career reading. Our cat litter.
I'm talking about Victoria. That's craptastic. So I'm going to use the Olympus Tarot for your reading, Mr. Maurice.
Celebrate the half birthday. What do you mean the half birthday? Oh, in October?
When it's 6 months later from her birthday.
You betcha.
No, I think she's asking for her half birthday.
Oh.
6 months from October.
Oh.
She wants a reading.
You know you'll get a reading. Everybody gets a reading. Just got to remind our feeble brains.
Oh, she's saying that to you, so maybe it is for you. Okay.
She knows I like to find excuses to celebrate.
Then if you set the precedent, then she gets it too, though, right?
I agree. See, I knew I was on to you, Victoria. We party girls know.
I know how people look for opportunities for themselves.
Any reason to celebrate.
Okay, let me focus here for Mr. Maurice.
Yes, and I got to get the Lenormand for Mr. M.
Yeah, note how I didn't crap at you for that.
No, but I remembered.
On your own.
Yep.
That's fabulous. All right. Card 1, the Devil reversed. Card 2, the Seven of Wands reversed. Card 3 is the upright Eight of Cups.
All right. Oh, wow. Some interesting stuff here. A little bit of concern, but let's take a look at the Lenormand. Let's add this in. Well, we have the garden. Ooh.
Whoops.
I don't know about this. And the coffin.
Oi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to think about, process that one. So that first card again?
The Devil reversed.
Yeah, the Devil reversed. It's interesting along with the Eight of Cups upright here, because it almost sounds like feeling liberated now, Mr. M, to aim higher and elevate yourself in some way. Maybe, maybe explore something new, and this is career-wise. So aim higher and go for the supervisor jobs. I mean, just keep aiming higher, I think is the key here. But this card with the Seven of Wands is indicating that, you just got to realize that the higher you go or the higher you try to aspire for, the more the competition gets stiff. And so you always have to deal with the fact that, you may sometimes feel in some ways you're at a disadvantage. Try to banish that thought. But I sense that here. I'm going to stop with the 3 cards.
So, sometimes when we look at the Devil card upright, we sort of see this sort of like controlling impulse here. But when it's reversed...
when it's reversed.
It might be more like the devil may care attitude that some people might talk about. And so the devil may care attitude that I'm speaking of, Mr. Maurice, says, hey, maybe you ought to take your chances. Maybe you ought to, the Seven of Wands reversed is possibly saying change your plans, give in somehow. Or maybe there's another one. The Eight of Cups says, go forward. Am I reading the Seven of Wands right?
Seven of Wands is, he's got the higher ground and everybody wants it.
Okay, but it's reversed. So I guess what it's saying is, when you're looking at impossibilities, things that maybe suggest you should stay in your own area.
Stay in your lane.
Your lane, the devil may care attitude saying like, no, maybe you should follow that vision, And of course, I love the idea here. The Eight of Cups is a nice card moving towards something better, but maybe this is saying slash and burn. Take no prisoners.
Well, Mr. O has really sent me in a slightly different direction here. Not from him, but I could look at this Seven of Wands card and say, you know what? So what if the competition's stiff? So what? You feel more liberated now and like, I'm willing to take a chance on that. I'm willing to take a chance on myself and aim a little bit higher and try to achieve a better place for myself, where I will, either feel there's room for growth here or more financial rewards or better working conditions, whatever the case may be. This is saying, there's always going to be this to face, and who cares? You got these 2 cards I feel working for you here quite nicely. But that leads us to the Lenormand, Mr. O.
Yeah, the coffin facing towards the garden. Well, my thought could be saying that this effort needed by you might be a killer to your more public life or your public personality, and that saying that, of course, maybe if you're really going with, knives drawn, the idea of like taking what you need here, not putting up with BS, might be a game changer in terms of how you appear, publicly.
I don't know in your role how much you deal with the public, or with people, but this might be an end to more of, an atmosphere where you have to deal with a lot of people.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't the promotion sort of taking you out of the everyday circulation mail thing and maybe putting you in a less public situation, working
I'm wondering
in a
about
different
that.
part of
There's coming
your
to
org?
an end to that, and maybe it's because you are trying to aim higher. But I don't know that it's going to necessarily happen for you right away, only because of this 7 here makes me kind of second guess that.
He agrees, yes.
But I think you're on a path. I think you're on a path here, and ultimately you're going to get there.
So this could be talking about how the thing you do right now, which is you're with the people, you're doing that every day out there on the road, could end or would end. And that's what you want because of the promotion.
Well, maybe we'll have to explore this further. I don't know if you've heard anything yet on, did you apply for a job? Is that what it was? I can't quite remember.
They had one interview and maybe they were waiting on the next one.
So, well, keep us posted, Mr. M.
Good luck as always.
Yep. Interesting.
All right.
We're on Victoria? No, it's Lena. Oh,
No,
boy, is my list screwed up.
More time to do his lordship's tourney.
My list is screwed up. I'm just going to go with yours, Violet.
You are so welcome,
Welcome,
Mr. Maurice.
M.
Thank you.
So list is Lena. Let's see what I got.
Lena. May I get a reading for my finances for the next 2 months?
Right.
Ah, you're done. Okay. Good. Let's speak no more of it. I'm sure that job will be for me in the future with ours back
Hey,
over that way.
we've got 3. So
It's a never-ending job.
they know how to fill a litter box, let me just say.
Toby happens.
Sonny happened last night. He was throwing those hairballs everywhere.
Now, I know we all want to hear this, but isn't there like some sort of cake or dessert design that sort of replicates,
Only he would know.
like they use Tootsie Rolls slightly softened and maybe rolled in some chopped peanuts to look like
Oh, please
fruit?
stop.
I know I have come across this.
How's that Lenormand going? Not
It's
that
right
I want to
here,
remind
in
you.
hand.
All right, finances for the next 2 months. Right? Yeah.
Yes. What you got?
Well, I start with the 3 of Wands reversed.
Carol, was that yes for me? 3 of Wands reversed.
Then I got the 6 of Swords upright. I'm liking where this is headed.
Happy to oblige, Victoria.
Then we have the Knight of Wands upright. Kind of like this. Let's get your Lenormand in the equation.
Yes, let's do that.
How about it?
Clover without crimson. Oh, wait. But the woman is wearing a red dress, not crimson, perhaps.
Oh, the woman in clover. Well, Lena, things are looking good for the next
I
2
think so.
months, I would say.
All right.
I would say this, that it seems as though I'm almost going to go in a progression here. This is the way it seems to be going. It's like maybe right now conditions aren't all that great. Right now, it's as if maybe you feel there's been some setbacks or some things that you were hoping to happen are not coming through. But I think things are moving towards better conditions for you. But you've got to get on board with that. You've got to do something that will that will set you on that course. I feel here you can get out of this. Maybe if something is failing or not turning out the way you had hoped, you need to move away from that. Or you need to find a way to retool your plans so that you can set off on a different course here. But once you do, I think that there's going to be some movement here, some positive forward movement for you financially. There could be more money or opportunities that will come to you that you can choose from that can help you, your financial conditions.
Well, I think it's a wild 2 months, Lena. I think that the Queen of Wands sort of says you really want to be kind of aggressive, and maybe it's going to bring out a little bit of your more extreme aggressive qualities. It may be a good shakeup, it may not, but I think what it does is it does sort of clear the way. So maybe there's something you have to really be aggressive about to just sort of push away from yourself, because you are moving towards something different. It's that 6 of
Better
Swords,
times.
something better. So I think you're just sort of clearing away from the old. And the Knight of Wands sort of reinforces that idea of a strong movement towards something that's more beneficial for you career-wise or enterprise-wise.
Finance-wise.
Finance-wise, because Knights and Wands, that's all about that kind
And
of thing.
I think whenever it happens in this 2-month period where these opportunities for growth or whatever happen, it's going to happen real quick. The Knight of Wands is kind of fast-paced, so I think it's going to happen quick. And I think that's also evidenced here by the clover, Lena. It's almost as if you're in the right place at the right time, or some opportunity comes to you at the perfect moment, and it proves to be very lucky and fortunate for you. You have the clover here. So this 2-month cycle is going to, I think your luck and your timing and things are going to increase for the better as time goes on.
Yeah, you are definitely in this cycle syncing to luck, Lena. So it's really just about a given that this movement is just going to pick up and move ahead. So hang on. Make sure you take your vitamins.
Good luck with that.
All right, Lena.
All right, we're on Zen now.
Hi, Zen.
I'll take those.
Crimson and clover. I love that song. Over and over.
Ah, it doesn't love you.
Na 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 na. Mama, such a sweet thing. Na 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 na. All right, thank you, Kara. Hey, Zen.
Kara, are you encouraging again?
No,
Oh,
actually, that was
it's like a
Violet.
recipe.
That was actually Violet.
Oh,
She encouraged me. So now for my next deck, I will pick. Oh, I think this will be fun. I will pick my
Violet.
Buffy the
I'm
Vampire
being nice
Slayer.
because you're really nice in sending me a birthday gift, so I'm gonna be nice.
So I'm going to use my Buffy deck.
Okay. You know, I think at 3 o'clock I'm going to go and run and look and see if it came. They usually knock, but sometimes they don't, and it just ends up there.
Why don't we sing this song all together? I don't remember the next line, but it's.
Yay!
I could make up lyrics.
You could hum it. I know.
Would it be better if I made up the lyrics?
No. You know, if you think we're funny now, we taunt each other by songs sometimes. And we'll take a song and change the lyrics to get at each other.
I'll slap you on your birthday. I will. I'll slap you on your birthday. I will.
Well, you know, I could kick you. I won't do that.
All right. So Zen wanted a general reading or general love reading. What was it?
You weren't paying attention?
No, you have to go over that once in a while. Why don't I?
I do. A
General.
general reading, please.
Thank you. You were almost on time.
I thought it was, but I wanted to double check.
No, I found it before you
I
did.
wanted to double check.
I still found it before you did.
I sounded around the same time.
So the first card is the Empress, and that has Buffy's Drusilla pictured there. Not that that means anything. And then the next card is the reversed Four of Pentacles. And it has a picture of the magic shop that was in the later seasons. And then the reversed World.
Okay, here.
I like these cards. They're
Feast
pretty.
on this.
Feast, like Buffy the Vampire Feast. Stars. And the ring. Okay. Well, how cool is that, eh?
How cool indeed. You know, it's interesting, Zen. I think here...
Thank you, Violet.
I think you have to determine if... Well, I don't know if I want to start there. I'm looking at the Four of Pentacles, and I'm looking at the World reversed. And I'm wondering here if generally, you know, in whatever the foreseeable future, maybe this is saying it's time to let something go. Or you're questioning whether you should let something go. Because it seems like you can't get to the finish line with it. So you're getting a little bit discouraged here. I think that the thing about the World is, though, that you're really, really close to completion. All it might take is a little bit more effort, a little bit more production on your part, a little bit more creative thinking, a little bit more out-of-the-box thinking to make something happen for you. And so maybe, you know, if this is something really important to you, whether it's a person, a relationship that's struggling and not working out, or if it's something business or financial related, or some personal project you're working on, you might want to give it more thought and time. And especially when I get to the Lenormand.
Kara, I could hear you singing that in my head.
Oh my gosh.
Except I've never heard your voice, so.
Farting down the street. Kara.
All right, so Zen, when I look at these cards too, this is kind of interesting because I think there is this idea that you're going to be focusing on or seeing coming into your life soon. The idea that maybe you feel something needs to change, something needs to give up. But what it is maybe how you relate to others in terms of being more giving or more generous or more helpful to them. And so, of course, that implies that maybe this is a time for you to think about how you can do more of those things for yourself. And part of that is maybe tied up in the idea that you realize to some degree that when you don't pay more attention or give more things to yourself, you don't go as far as you feel you should have gone. You don't achieve the level of something that you wanted to achieve because you were giving more things to other people. And so this is
That's a nice interpretation.
Thank you. This is sort of what you're going to be feeling or realizing or meditating upon or coming to in your dreams is, who are you serving? Are you serving others needlessly, people who maybe don't appreciate as much from you, or should you be serving yourself more? So then I look at
you went ahead. Go ahead.
the Lenormand,
Go ahead.
and it probably says almost the same thing, but I'll let you start.
Well, it is saying commit to your destiny, commit to your hopes and dreams right now. Commit to, it could even be that, if you were hoping for love, there could be, this is a general reading. This could be something separate. So I think the stars are shining on romance right now, if that's what you're looking for. And this could be about something else.
Loosely veiled, it could be about all of those things or both of them in a way.
It could be about all of those things that maybe you have to, it's interesting here. Be careful how much you give of yourself. It's true because, you might be best using that that energy towards your own goals.
It's what I like about you, Kara.
Chuckle.
Okay, so Zen, I don't know if you ever watched, the Buffy show, but the Magic Shop was this place that was where the Scooby Gang gathered. And I think what this could be also saying too is some things don't necessarily have the value you think they should have. Like a store's value. But there's the allegory, too, maybe, of taking stock of things and inventory. A store does an inventory. This may be saying this is time for you to do that inventory for yourself to say, does everything balance the way it should? Am I spending as much time with these things as I should, or should I spend more time with those things? Or should I just pull it all together and analyze what really works? And I didn't really say as much about that, but I agree totally with Banshee. I think it's really about the idea of committing yourself to what your own destiny should be.
Yeah. I do feel that more than anything here. But, as I'm looking at the month ahead, I feel that, you'll be trying to solve this issue or there could be, something looking up in the romantic department as well. I can't rule that out.
Can't rule that out.
Anyway, good luck with that. In a general reading, sometimes I want to keep an open mind to other things that could be going on.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we are on Siama. Hi, Siama. A general reading for Siama.
Okay. You're welcome, Zen.
Good luck, Zen.
Good luck.
Oops.
I see you sent us a little sunny. Thanks.
All right. He's probably sitting in a sun puddle upstairs.
No, it's the one down here.
Oh, he likes that spot, yes.
Well, it's pretty good sunlight.
General reading for Siama. We start with the King of Cups upright.
King of Cups.
Ooh. We have Temperance upright. And we have the Hermit reversed. I follow my own path. What are the other, do you mind, what are the other affirmations?
On Temperance, I find clarity through calm. And on the King of Cups, I am my own anchor. Oh, I like that.
Your own anchor, clarity through calm, and the follow my own path is reversed, here. And I think, this might be a time for you to... What's interesting, I feel here, that you have a lot you can give to others right now, emotionally. You're a very giving person. It seems as though, Siama, this is a time where somebody may need you, your support in some way. And when I say that, I'm really talking more emotional support than physical support per se. I mean, it could be, gosh, losing my voice here. It could be about caretaking. I'm not going to rule that out in some way, which has a physical component to it. But also when I see Temperance here, I see this vibe of healing as well. And I almost think that maybe you are going to be instrumental in helping somebody get back on their feet again in some way. And it might be in an emotional way, maybe after a breakup of some sort, maybe after some loss in their life, maybe they lose a job or something really important to them and they're really down in the dumps. And I feel here this is good for you. This is good for you because we're not meant to just sit back and, tend to our own elevation. We're here to uplift others as well and to be there when needed. And I feel here this is a time for you to be here because somebody is going to need you.
It really is about some emotional support that you will probably have to give. It may be somebody very close to you, and so therefore there is no really question at all. It may be somebody where maybe it is more difficult to do that just because of circumstantial things, distance involved, or other factors that maybe we can't necessarily be aware of. But I see that clearly because the King of Cups is that kind of person, a kind person who wants to be helpful. And you're imparting some sort of sense of clarity and calmness, like not being judgmental. The Hermit, though, is what is pulling you out there, that maybe this is, a time where maybe there are inner things you are doing too, but this call, this need is too urgent or too present for you to avoid. And so, of course, that does lead maybe, possibly, to the Lenormand. The first card is the Snake. But the second card is the Sun. And maybe what you're helping somebody with, or what is happening, is you're sort of blasting through some sort of deception or some sort of really confusing mishap where maybe things were not understood well. That's me being kind in the situation. Somebody may have to really have some explaining to do, possibly, because that can be the Sun's influence too, that maybe something comes to light that needed to be understood.
I think you may be able to shed a little light on, this person. For this person, you might be able to heal them from a situation where they really felt betrayed. I really almost feel like this is a breakup in a relationship or something like that. That you might just have to be there to comfort somebody and be a support. But failing, I'll come back to this in a minute. Failing that, I'm wondering here too, Siama, this could be this could be you too also working on a community project, volunteerism, or, I'm working on a cause, maybe raising funds or money for some, worthy effort or cause. Maybe it's not one individual. And maybe the sun and betrayal is about that, is maybe this is shedding some light and trying to right some wrong. I mean, sometimes when we feel we have to give back because of something maybe we feel we need to right, maybe to bring justice and harmony and balance into our lives, if we've taken a misstep in the past, sometimes we do that by doing a kind deed and taking care of others. And so I almost sense that here too, is that maybe that's the case here. Sometimes there's social justice concerns too that we could involve ourselves in, where people have been treated poorly, badly. For example, working at a domestic violence shelter where women are hiding from men who have abused them, or giving them money or raising money for a cause like that. So I mean, when I see something like the snake here with all this kind of benevolent cards, I'm wondering about that, stuff like that. You're done. All right, that's what we have for you. I just think this is a time of giving and being there for somebody or some people in need, Siyama. Good luck with that. And did we make it to SP? And SP wants to know if there's any progress on the relocation. Oh.
All right.
You're boy.
I'm going to use the Karma Tarot, Karma Music Tarot.
Okay. Just getting my next tarot.
Should we just do a simple yes/no?
I think we need to look at the factors. So 3 cards.
All right. First card is the 7 of Wands. It's upright.
Wow. Well, okay. What else?
The upright 4 of Cups. And the Hanged Man. And
holy cow.
From these cards, I can tell you that probably nothing's going on. I don't think there is. There's the dog and the cross. So let me explain myself. The 7 of Wands is somebody that's just sort of in a position of waiting, in a sense. They're sort of like they're there just waiting for what's to happen, perhaps. The 4 of Cups, though, looks like somebody who can't quite decide on something, and so this could signify that they seem to be helpless or incapable of making a decision, or that there are factors that they still want to consider for some reason. And the Hanged Man, of course, talks about something being given up. So maybe they're trying, in simplest terms, that's what it's talking about, a sacrifice of some sort. Maybe they feel they haven't quite put the mechanics together of what has to change on one end of it in order to accommodate your request on the other end of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, SP. I can't help but wonder here, when I see the Hanged Man and I see the 4 of Cups, I can't help but, and maybe the 7 of Wands, but let me tackle that and just say, I can't help but think, are they just trying to wear you down? Are they just trying to keep putting this off until, you give up? Right now you're holding your own and you're hanging in there and you're waiting for an answer. But this 4 of Cups upright is indicating to me that they're really lackadaisical or not willing to move fast on this. They want to sit back and just let things play out. What is that? I'm not sure. And maybe they just, they just don't want to.
They want to leave you hanging.
They want to leave you hanging. That's it. They want to leave you hanging, which is why I'm seeing this. Now, the cross is long-term stuff, long-term grief or worry or stress. And then you have the dog here. It's almost as if this loyalty and you're hanging on and waiting on this is stressing you out. It is stressing you out. And it is wearing thin, and I can certainly understand that because you have been waiting forever for this to happen or develop. So I'm just saying I don't see movement or progress yet. I do see you holding your own, but that doesn't matter when things are not moving in the direction you want them to.
Yeah, it's really like some sort of suspended animation.
It's bizarre. I mean, it's just bizarre the way that came up like that.
So we're sorry about that.
So I'm sorry. Yeah. I think nothing new right now. So good luck with that. Ooh.
All right. And so Victoria, who asks, financial outlook for the rest of the year. Will I be able to save enough for a down payment for a house so I can buy a house this fall, early winter? That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Whoops.
Oh.
And check out Banshee's Material Matters. It was on this morning, and it's getting a lot of attention. I think the review, the interpretations were just really good. So it's zooming up on YouTube. Check it out. See what you might like there. She's now doing interpretations for each sign of the zodiac to kind of get you through the financial info you need to know each week. That's the Material Matters.
Sun, Moon, and Rising sign you can watch, and Mr. O timestamps some.
Yes, so you can actually go right to it. Yeah, we're sorry, Priyanka. We filled up like within a half an hour, and we have closed the list.
Well, it's Lovers upright. It's Ace of Pentacles reversed, Victoria. And the Six of Pentacles reversed. Cash flow is going to be the issue, I feel, here.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear. The Lovers indicates that, too, you may have a role in this. You have to make wise choices with your resources now in order to pull this off. And will you? I'm not sure. It looks as though there could be some things that drain money. It looks like there could be maybe there's some unintended bills or issues that arise that, the flow is not going in the direction, your finances of where you want it to be for something like this to happen this year. That may take you another year of, maybe settling into the routine of employment and getting things back on track again in order for you to achieve this.
I think that the Lovers here, as that point of curiosity, this, that, this is better, that's better, whichever, it implies that maybe there still is a choice for you, but it won't be one you really want because maybe it'll have disagreeable things about it. It might be affordable, but you'll say, like, I don't know if I like this, or does it feel like I'm really worth it? And of course, those come from these ideas which Banshee articulated about, cash flows or, viable, investment sources there. So the thing is that you possibly could make a choice, but it just wouldn't be one necessarily you would like.
It could kind of set you back. It's really interesting.
Oh, that's an interesting thought, yeah.
So, in a sense here, if you make the choice to move, you've got to be careful that this is really the right thing for you. Not just financially, that you're really going to be happy there because you're not going to be in a good position to change it once you do.
You said no mice. Did you know that, or are you hoping?
Uh-oh. What did you do?
You got a snake and the coffin. No mice, coffin and snake.
Well,
I'm coughing.
one thing that will come out of this is I think here there's an end to denial. Maybe, you're starting to realize here that just certain things have to happen, whether you like it or not, before you're able to pull this off. Or that's what I think here. There's going to be an end to, some
Right.
denial about this situation.
In this idea, the snake could be saying, there are things about this that you've been sugarcoating to yourself, and you need to kind of, come to terms with that.
So good luck with that.
Good luck, Victoria.
Darn.
You'll always have Toby's litter box. Ew.
Stop that. Stop the litter. Stop the litter talk.
She started it.
Well, but she wanted to end it. She
You're
said, I'm done
welcome.
now. I know she was done with the litter, but... All right, so who's up? It's Preeti.
Mr. O's hungry.
Yes, he is. Okay, I don't know where I got this deck. Okay, I used that one. Must have been here. Okay. So that. Next one.
Oh, I'm getting glycemic.
Oh.
Have a great week. And I'm going to use my Ancestral Path Tarot for
Those are
Preeti's
slippery.
reading.
I gotta move them. All right, you.
I might have to do something like that. Grab nuts and shove into mouth.
Yeah, there's peanuts. Take care, Victoria.
Bye.
Oh, the landlord.
General reading. All right, Preeti.
I love cashews.
Card 1. It's the reversed Princess of Sacred Circles. That's the reversed Page of Pentacles. Then it's the reversed Three of Swords. And then finally the reversed Eight of Swords. So I like the two reversed swords that we get.
Oh, here.
They're far better than the reverse page. But even that reverse page is not necessarily horrifying. So we have the Rider. And we have the Key. Page of Pentacles reversed. 3 and 8 of Swords reversed.
Well, this is a general reading, and I'm going to start with the Lenormand because the Key is here and the Rider. And I feel that that falls in line with that Page of Pentacles here. For you, this is Preeti, right?
Yes.
Preeti.
Yes.
And basically, there's definitely going to be some news received. There's definitely going to be some news received. And it's not necessarily going to be good news. It may be affecting your finances in some way. It could affect a project that you are willing to work on and grow. It could affect, it just could affect, well, it could even be health news. I'll throw that out there as a possibility. But I'm having a feeling it's more financial related or career related. But I feel despite this, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay because the Three of Swords is here reversed. And I think what it's saying is you're going to process this news, you're going to take it in stride, and you're going to, that's the 8, right? You're going to you're going to feel more confident once this is over. Like you can manage it, that you can handle this, whatever it is. So in other words, there's some little setback that's coming. It may sound worse than it is, but I think, and also if I look at this another way here too, the Lenormand, other than a message, but I do feel that's part of it with that page. This will depend upon the moves you make, but I think you're going to move through this. I think you're going to move through this with a little bit more confidence, because it's not as bad as it looks, whatever this is.
You know, it almost feels like maybe there's just some general Mercury retrograde stuff going on around you for some reason that's maybe a little bit more heightened. And I like the idea of the writer sort of sinking towards the page, because they're both about news. Pages are about news. And this may be saying, really, this is a time for you to not really think about exploring things that are more on the philosophical side, that the information you need to explore is more valuable to you if it's less of that, more practical, nuts and bolts kind of stuff. Because what I see happening here with these two reverse swords cards is something sort of more or less says you've been looking at things wrongly, and maybe it's time for you to abandon that view you had, free yourself from a perception you had, the Eight of Swords reversed. Maybe something just you thought was more truthful than it really ended up being. And the Three of Swords reversed, sounds like she's getting something out the door, says maybe too that all of that process kind of separated you from maybe things you would rather be doing or things you felt strongly about, but maybe you felt obliged, or maybe you felt there was something else that kept you there. It's not really. It's really probably more healing for you to move on into something else. And so I look at the Lenormand there, and I see that that's it. The key is the writer is to move on, you know, towards something else. And so this is just like a moment in time, the idea maybe that things are the way they are, but they're not super serious. You mostly just have to come to terms with maybe setting up the new directions for yourself.
I hope you weren't stalling for me, because I was done.
Oh, I know that.
I think I said what I said, but that was very good. And oh my God, look at this humongous stuff. Oh, they can't see. Oh my goodness. This small package is for me, but this big package is for Mr. O. And I want to see if I can open it, and we'll move on. Who's next?
SP? No.
No, we did SP.
Right.
So after Preeti,
It's V.
it's V. V is going to have a birthday reading coming up in the future.
Right, and their question sort of posits the idea of their birthday week coming.
Uh-huh.
I saw it a few moments ago. Hold on.
Haha.
And
I hope
find
this
it now.
works for Mr.
There
O.
it is. I found it. My birthday is on the 21st. How will this week play out for me for my birthday week? That's a nice
How will
question.
things play out for her birthday week? Okay. I can't get it out, Mr. O. You
Okay.
gotta have more. Oh, wait, I can.
It's okay.
Well, you're the one who wanted to model it, so I'll leave
I
the
know.
rest
I
of
feel
it to
bad
you.
that I did that.
I know. It's probably all compressed, so we'll have to fluff out.
Oh, I feel better already.
I got him a new pillow. Hopefully it'll help his neck problem. I hope it works. I really do.
We've just done a buzzkill on the show by doing this, you know.
It's my birthday week.
Well, this has nothing to do with my birthday, so I'm
And
going to
look
leave this
what
up.
I have. Woohoo!
I know that. I was just talking about her question where she talked about that.
At any rate, that's it. Big reveal. Mr. O's got a pillow.
I'm not going to open the box. It's taped up too much for me to do that.
No, and it's going to have to be fluffed and stuff, so I'm hoping it's going to work out just fine. All right, Mr. O, be careful how many of those you eat. For your own gut's sake. All right. So that was Preeti. We're on V, and I heard what you said. On camera. I don't know. Maybe if they come on Thursday. You're not going to make me wait till after my birthday, are you?
That's a little gratuitous.
No, it's not.
We have too much to do here.
Oh,
I'm making a rash decision.
I sense a little jealousy here. I have my deck. You have your card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, birthday week.
Why did you move the nuts?
What?
Why did you move the nuts?
Because I did. I'll bring them back. I wanted some, but I wanted to shuffle the cards first, if you don't mind. Who's standing by for bickering? It's hard to say, Angel Rivera. This is kind of a pseudo bicker. All right.
Ha ha ha.
I think he's bickering with everybody, frankly. That's all I want. All right. Oh boy, it's a Fool reversed. Oh man, V, the Three of Swords upright. Seven of Swords reversed.
Oh. Cross. Letter. This is not great.
I don't know if you were planning on getting together with people for your birthday week, V, but somebody is going to disappoint you that you were hoping either to hear from or get together with. I'm almost beginning to think that's part of this, this thing I'm seeing here. The Fool reverse, though, I would say that this is no fun. Don't do anything too risque. Risky or risque your birthday week. Don't take chances on things. You really, will be disappointed with the outcome if you do. And what is that card again? I forgot. No,
The Three of Swords.
Oh,
Upright.
I meant this one.
Oh, well, that one is the Seven of Swords reversed.
That's it. Seven of Swords reversed. I think here you're just going to be really taken aback by this canceled invitation or this disappointing news. And, is it possible here that somebody's going to rain on your parade a little bit with some bad news of their own, That could be too. I can't rule that out here.
Well, could the bad news be related to what the Three of Swords says, which is saying sort of like something really emotionally
I'm hoping nobody,
bad.
if you
A
are
breakup.
actively in a relationship right now, there could be news of a breakup. That's what's worrying me here.
I know, because I see the letter and the cross there, and I
that's-
wonder if that ties it into that.
And that's a real sad thing on a birthday week for somebody to do that. So I'm hoping that is not true.
And itself, though, that full reversed is indicating maybe you're not prepared for this, or that somehow, it does catch you by surprise. And that could be all these things unfolding. So it isn't a great way, to spend in the week before your birthday.
And Mercury is retrograde. Violet's right. And I do sense some of that energy with what I'm seeing here.
That means these are perceptual things that could be put right when the energies start to change back.
And like I said, I do feel when I saw this, because, the The letter can be like an invitation.
Excuse
So I
me.
almost feel like invitation postponed, invitation canceled. Somebody just you wanted to get a hold of or to hear or see either during this week or on your birthday is not going to manifest the way you had hoped. And so it could cause some sorrow. It could cause some disappointment. Gosh, I wish I had better news. These are just so not fun.
We're just
But I
telling
do
you the
think,
truth.
if I have to say anything at all, it's about the Seven of Swords card. It might say to me that I think you're going to start to see people or situations for what they really are. This is going to open your eyes to some truths that maybe you've needed to see. And that might be a good way to start your next solar year, with a live and learn kind of attitude. That's the silver lining here, I have to say. So I wish you luck with that, V, and I'm sorry you don't have better news. And you know what? Feel free to prove us wrong.
Absolutely.
Good luck with that. This Mercury retrograde period, this has been a tough one. Just have to say that.
All right. Lilith's question. The romantic situation is stagnated, seeing no progress. I tried letting go, but I was discouraged. What do I need to know here? I'm going to use my new Spheres of Heaven tarot. I still haven't released the unboxing. I worked on the unboxing, filmed it, but I just haven't gotten it together yet. So that will be an unboxing that'll come up. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh.
No,
Yeah, and that is
clearly.
true. The eclipse energies, too, around this time made it difficult. We've had so many things going on. What's going on with Iran and Israel now, and different world issues
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
that's a good point.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And wait till you see our card of the day for tomorrow.
Queen of Swords, upright. That's the first card. The reversed Nine of Swords. And then the reversed Queen of Cups.
Oh, that's
They,
interesting.
they almost tell a story in a way.
Yeah.
The Ring. And the Lily.
You want to go ahead?
Yes. Well, you're asking what is it that you need to know here, and the Queen of Swords is almost always about a strong person making a decision. It's almost always it's the right decision. This doesn't tell us how much they really want to make that decision. So sometimes it's a wobble, like, are they really feeling good about their decision or not? I'm going to use the next card to say yes, because it's the reversed Nine of Swords. And the reversed Nine of Swords says maybe we're finding ways to remove ourselves, or it's happening naturally, over anxiety, things that just make us too worried, too feeling like we're not getting somewhere, heartbreak in the night, that kind of thing. And so maybe the decision is really about that, of saying, I choose to exemplify things that are more positive-minded, more penetrating with my power of clarity, rather than what has been oppressing me in my evenings, in my sleep, in my restful moments.
I would say this, Lilith. Don't allow yourself to get overly emotional about, what's the stagnation right now. try to maintain your balance emotionally, and realize here, okay, what is that again?
The reverse Nine of Swords.
Yes, the Nine of Swords here. That any fears or anxieties or stresses you may you may have about things, you can overcome them. You can overcome them through just looking at the situation from a broader and more intellectual perspective. Don't allow emotions to cloud you as you determine what moves or choices or decisions you need to make in order to, obtain the desired results you want here. And I think here, the Lily is an interesting card with the ring. I think that it's saying, that things will start to grow and evolve in a more positive direction for you in time. It's going to take a little bit time for things to, clear up and for you to find the committed, loving relationship you're looking for. And I think that this is definitely doable, but it's going to take time still. It's going to be a little bit of a time factor here. And that's why you need to calm down, realize that your fears and stresses, they're unfounded, and all you have to do is think this thing through and open the door, towards, making something happen. And I think it's just going to take time.
I like the idea that the two queens are sort of opposing each other in more ways than when they're at the opposite ends from each other, but they're reversed. And this could be saying, this is a time for you to have more reason than allowing yourself to over worry, which was what may have been happening before. And it's really saying, that when you can apply, clarity of thought, you remove that. That's what that's doing. And it is just really about saying you're in for the long haul, committing yourself to the idea that things will take a while to maturate. It just is, for whatever reason.
That's what the cards are telling us today. Good luck with that, Lilith.
Good luck.
Okay, we are on Vidi.
Yes.
Which one? I did that one already. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I know it. I don't recall.
You're welcome, Lilith.
I did these already. I did. I want to use this one next. All right. What path are they moving on at the moment versus what needs to change? Well, how do you want to do that? Do you want to do 2 and 2?
Sounds like a candidate.
Let's try that. The path we're on, what needs to change? Let's see. You're welcome, Lilith. Good luck. Really, good luck with that. I think you'll do fine. Okay, one. All right. So the path you're currently on, let's take a look at that first. It's the Queen of Cups upright.
It's pretty.
And it's the King of Cups, or King of Pentacles upright.
Ooh, an interesting relationship. Okay, so
Well,
these are the Lenormand that go with that. The Sun And the key. Interesting.
You know, combining compassion and love with the can-do attitude here of the King of Pentacles, you know, would serve you well on your path right now. I think that, you know, the Queen is saying that you need to feel some passion about what you're doing on your path right now. You may be very passionate about, you know, following a certain path right now. And the King of Pentacles here can get it done. So it's a matter of organization. It's a matter of making sure that you take charge of, you know, your path right now. Take charge of where you're going. Don't allow others to do it for you, to move you along. You move, you know, in the way you want to. And the key here is, I think that you are on a road to success here. You may not see it right now, but the sun is here. What could be better than that?
Your path is moving you towards success. The Queen and the King, they could look like it's about a relationship, but no, not really. This is about you being passionate about your path, because that's the way the question went, and really feeling that you have the chops, the skills, the resources to manage it and push yourself in that direction. And also to realizing that that's the key to this, that success is because you envision it and you are successful in motivating yourself, feeling emotionally viable towards that, as well as managing it on the physical levels.
So it's about what path I am moving on at the moment and what needs to change.
It's towards a realization.
You're on the path to success in
Yes.
some way, and I think you can do it. I think if you can, you know, put your heart and, you know, your intellect behind this here, and also your resources, just, you know, whether they're talent, skills, knowledge, in on this, you should be able to succeed.
It may be somewhere in the soft sciences, you know, counseling or human sciences, behavioral psychology.
So what needs to, as opposed to what needs to change? The Spirit of Pentacles, I believe, is the Knight of Pentacles. I maybe have to look that up. And the Five of Swords is reversed here. Okay, I think I get that. But I'm looking for my... There it is. The book is in here. I just want to see.
The
They
Lenormand,
renamed some of the cards.
we have the stars
Yep.
and the ring.
I thought I had right the court cards, but I want to make sure. The Lord of Pentacles, of course, is King, Queen. The Spirit of Pentacles is the Knight. The Dreamers are the pages. Okay, I thought so. All right. So, all right, let's take a look at this part here. So, what needs to change?
He's licking the box.
I think you have to realize there's maybe that things might go slower than you would like, though. You may be on this road, you may be on this path. So I think here, if things are not moving fast enough for you, that's what needs to change. You have to find a way to motivate yourself more to go after what it is you truly desire here. And with the Five of Swords here, you can't give up. You shouldn't give up. You know, sometimes if you give up, nobody wins. You don't win. So you really have to, I feel here, find a way to motivate yourself, get the motivation and drive to move this forward. And it's kind of magnified here by what I see with the ring. And is that the stars again?
Yes.
You need to commit to your destiny. We had this combination earlier here. So that's what needs to change. You have to make a firm commitment to your growth and yourself. And if you are confused about where you need to go with your life, you know, it's time to buckle it down. It's time to come to terms with that. and really work on that.
Well, what may need to change is the fact that sometimes you may be always rushing to use more undue force to resolve certain situations. Maybe if they're people situations, that could be that Five of Swords. You need to change that, but that change may have to take real firm, slow procedure to getting there. So you commit yourself to doing that. You commit yourself to also realizing that maybe it's better to work in that place. You know, the stars move at star time. They don't. They move like thousands and thousands of years slowly. So this is just saying really that the situation could be ongoing for a while, but you need to sort of try to work on maybe your own overly aggressive situations or situations where other people want to respond to you that way. Maybe you can find a way to ground that. You know, that's the Knight of Pentacles too, maybe, is having a grounding influence with people who want to be agitated or aggressive in resolving things. All right.
That's all we have for you. Good luck with that.
And Shreya is up. I started dating a guy named Angad. I wanted to know his true intentions toward me. Is he loyal or serious to me? Here.
Okay, well, let's look and see if we can see anything about intentions. And you just started dating. Okay.
First card is the reversed Nine of Pentacles.
Okay.
Second card is the reversed Six of Swords. And another six, also reversed, the Six of Spheres. Spheres are pentacles, by the way. So that your cards are all reversed. That's not necessarily bad.
Is this a Nine of Pentacles?
A 9 and a reverse Six of Pentacles.
Six of Pentacles, and then what?
The Six of Swords reversed.
So you got two sixes.
Yeah.
So Six of Pentacles and Six of Swords are reversed. Well, hold on here.
The anchor
It's
and
interesting.
paths, crossroads or paths.
Well, intentions right now might be with the Nine of Pentacles. I think they want to know more. I think they want to know more about you. I think they, in order to figure out if they're going to be content here or if they want something more. That's the Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes that's a card of a lack of satisfaction, but I really think here, just because this is fairly new, you just started dating, I think they want to know more. I think they want to explore things more here. With the Six of Pentacles,
Swords.
Pardon me?
Swords.
With that Six of Swords reversed, it seems like they're not going anywhere right now. I think that their intentions are to check this out further. Again, the Six of Swords reversed isn't always a happy card. So I would say this. Maybe they're not ready to commit on anything yet because they're uncertain if this is, if you are the person, if you are really right for them. I guess I'm just going to say it. And the Six of Pentacles here, right, that's the six, indicates to me that it may seem to you for some time that their intentions are a little bit out of a line with yours, that they want more from you than you're willing to give. I think that's, something here that I'm seeing. But that being said, I really feel like your paths are kind of connected right now. You know, they're anchored in some way here. I don't know if this means that you've had other lives together, potentially. You know, I don't usually bring up the past life thing a lot, but it depends on the kinds of cards I'm seeing here. Is there something that have pulled, is there some anchor that has pulled you two together in some way? And so I just, but failing that, I would say that your paths right now are together for the moment.
I feel that there's a slow burn going on in this relationship,
Yeah, maybe.
and it could be for different reasons. It may be that they are buying time, thinking that, you know, they'll see where the relationship goes, but they may be wanting to remain open to other possibilities, but not necessarily. I sort of see, you know, them sort of just wanting to take more time or to move slower for whatever reasons. I don't think they have any kind of double life or anything like that going on. There may be feeling that they're in general sort of bound to their style of life anyway. I'm getting that from the Six of Pentacles reverse, that they don't necessarily feel they're moving to a higher strata or a lower strata. That's the Six of Swords. They're just sort of present in the moment. So it may be that they're hard to read in a way, and maybe that could be, you know, the idea that there are multiple pathways that they have not really picked a path yet. So maybe you're perceiving the idea that they're open to other things going. It might be that if you really find there's something drawing you to them, that maybe you have to be a little more assertive or definitive about those feelings yourself.
So I think there's potential here, but there is questions, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of uncertainty, but hey, that's love.
True
We have
that.
to take our chances, and I feel here there's no real super red flags for me in this
No.
reading. It's just that, you know, you guys got to find your flow, number one,
Yeah.
with that Pentacles reversed. And that's about it. I think that I'm going to leave it with what I said. Good luck with that.
All right. That was Shreya. Good luck.
We're in Libra now. What's a general?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm shuffling the cards, Sonny. Yes, you actually gave me a little room to do that. Ooh, okay. A general reading for Libra. She starts off with the beautiful Queen of Wands.
That is pretty.
The Hermit reversed. Wow. Nine of Wands reversed. Two nines in a way there, right?
Yes.
Huh.
Interesting. There's that cross.
Darn, that cross is coming up a lot today.
I hate it.
It's gotta be the Mercury.
And the tree.
Wow. What a hodgepodge, Libra. What's coming?
General.
I feel you might be ill prepared for this, or maybe you just don't see the value in it anymore, but I feel here that you need to step out. You need to be seen. You need to be noticed, and you're going to get noticed, I feel. The Hermit here is, I think, a card in this case of maybe stepping out, socializing, or making yourself seen. Whether, you know, you're trying to get a job and this is in your work environment or a promotion, or if it's something, you know, in your personal life. It's about being seen and being noticed in some way. And I just feel like you're either not ready, or you just maybe you're no longer seeing the value in doing this. You're saying, why should I bother here? like for example, if you were going for a promotion or a better job, you might be thinking to yourself, well, is this growth, is what I would gain worth the grief and stress of what I might have to put up with doing it?
Yeah, it almost feels like there's a little bit of a sluggish feel going on here as a general reading. Like maybe, some things are going to go a little slower for you this next week or so. What I find interesting is, with the exception of the Hermit, and I'm not seeing, okay, it's the animal hermit, is there's wood in all of these. There's a cross made of wood, there's a tree, and there's wands. So I sort of feel like maybe that gravitates towards a growthful thing too. Like maybe things are just going to be growing in the sense of the season, with spring slower growth until it reaches a certain point. Maybe that's going on too. Because I do feel that this reverse King of Wands says you gotta sort of take it or leave it attitude with this. And maybe that's the idea about, being on your own, or coming out from being on your own. Like maybe you're willing to go it slow to see that. But the Queen of Wands says there's a provocative energy behind this. I almost wonder if like maybe you're shifting gears in some way. You're getting ready to decide you need to do something bigger. You need to go big. Maybe you want to move if that's possible. Maybe you want to change something bigger in a way, and you just have a little bit of doubt about it. But there's twin forces here. Like maybe this is a growthful thing, but maybe if you didn't do it right, you would feel like it would just be another thing you have to bear, another burden to bear in a way. So you want to think about it.
That's all we have for you. Good luck with that.
All righty.
Moving it along. We've got a few readings yet.
I know, and you take as much time as I do.
Jennifer up. Hi, Jennifer. Had a bad nightmare. Okay, what do you need to know about the nightmare? We can do my reading, your deck.
Okay. Let's see. Reaching out. Ugh. I can't quite get it. I'm going to use the Crow's Magic Tarot. It seems like a perfect deck about dreams.
Okay, that's good. That is good. I will do the Lenormand.
Thanks for explaining all the dreams impressions to yourself. The Five of Wands reversed. The Lovers reversed. What is it with this Reverse-a-Palooza? The Star reversed.
We were doing my reading, right?
Oh,
Okay.
oh well, we can.
Yeah,
They're
that's
all
what
out
I
there, though.
said. Yeah, okay. Well, so what about the Five of Wands reversed? Well, let me throw the Lenormand out just in case, since everything else is out there. The Moon, which is kind of a dreamy card in the tarot anyway.
So could the Five of Wands, could the dream be talking about the lack of things being overly competitive, overly busy, or people wanting to not work with each other in some respect, the opposite of teamwork?
The dream, it's interesting. The dream may be telling you to walk away from conflict.
Yeah.
That you would feel much, and you talked about being regenerated in the dream, that nothing affects you. But, it can wear us down in time. So if you're in a situation in your life where there is a lot of conflict right now, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends, whether it's with coworkers, or anybody who just wants to pick a fight, keep in mind that, you can walk away. you can try to be the peacemaker. Let's say even this could also be an admonition. Maybe it's saying to not get involved in other people's conflicts, right? So maybe that's it here. Go ahead. I'll let you. Are you done with that card?
Yeah, I said what I said.
So why is that important? And that's the
Lovers reversed.
The Lovers reversed. Because, you have a choice here. You have a choice. This dream might be saying to you to either do the right thing, do the wrong thing. I mean, the Lovers is about ethics here in a way. And so you have to be careful of how you respond to the situation. For example, is it better to stand up and fight and keep fighting? Or is it better to walk away with your integrity intact, or just, with your sanity intact if it's really wearing you down? So this might be saying, it's up to you to decide, but you might make the wrong choice here. So beware of the choices you make.
Is there a choice that maybe would allow for something to regenerate, as the dream symbol sort of suggests? Is there a choice that allows you to start over or to move beyond? That could be why this is important too.
Walking away could be the key here, though, because it's interesting to me in your dream that, you had two different scenarios where you were attacked, and, each one you came away okay from. So the cards might be telling you maybe how to do that here. What is this one again? Where are things
headed? The Star
headed?
reversed.
The Star reversed. Well, this is going to, the dream is saying right now that you might be focusing on the negative aspects of this dream rather than the positive ones. And the positive one is that, and the positive ones are that you walked away. You walked away each time from this. And maybe that's what that card is saying here in this situation.
Sometimes I look at the keywords on this card, and one of them is celestial, and so it's opposite. And so maybe where this is leading to is that maybe you have to focus on things uncelestial. You have to sort of work with some of the mundane issues going on in your life at this time. And so this is saying maybe you're not going to receive divine help or information. It may be you have to really work through this as a set of practical kind of solutions.
So this argument could be a betrayal of some sort from, somebody close. I mean, the moon can be about love or in the workplace. I could take a reach to maybe say it's other people you love, like family or friends, but, I almost wonder if this is coming from some sort of relationship with people you thought you could trust. And so maybe that dream also, is showing some rather untrustworthy people here. I don't know about the black people. That is not necessarily true, and I'm not going to stereotype that here. But obviously you said it was a gang of people, whether black or white, that were attacking you. So taking it from that, I would just say that, it may just be people who you thought you could trust, and they ended up being not trustworthy. For example, the vampires, you're not going to trust a vampire. And you're not going to trust a gang that's coming at you with knives, So, but you were able to overcome this. So I think what this is saying is you can overcome this and be reborn. And if you think about the card we had, was it at the beginning of this show where I had the Phoenix card?
Yes.
You can come out of this okay.
All right. I'm going to leave it with that too. I generally agree with that. The idea of knowing, or you will know, who it is you should trust, or who it is. This could be about, something intrapersonal, really.
Yeah.
It does sort of smack of the idea of dealings with other people. Good luck.
Deep stuff, Jennifer. Good luck with that. All right.
What does Spirit want me to know about Walter that I don't know of?
Oh, okay. That'll be my reading again. And your deck, yes.
No, I just used my deck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, then. Yeah, let's use this one. And we're about to go in overtime. All right. What you don't already know. Well, I wonder if this will tell you things you already know. We'll see. You have Justice reversed. You have the Four of Swords upright.
He's going to prison.
I almost don't want to do my reading. I almost want to read the 3 cards. And we have the Tower upright.
What you don't know about him that you need to.
He is going to prison.
He's
or
going
a
to
hospital. I don't know.
So naturally it looks a little different in Lenormand. The sun,
It's all right.
or it's how you interpret it, and the lilies. He'll grow old there.
I think I want to start with that because I think what you may not know here, Kara, is that sometimes you got to take the good with the bad with people. And I think here that in some way he has evolved. He has evolved a little bit, and maybe he's seen the light in some way. So I think that that's important here. However, I'm looking at these other cards and wondering what the heck is going on here. I feel that...
Did you hear that?
What?
Like a thud?
No.
I did.
Was it outside?
I don't know.
Do you want to check our door? Did we
I
get
don't.
another package? Not expecting anything. So, it might have been a cat, maybe. Well, at any rate, Kara, you've got Justice reversed here, which can't help me. I can't help but wonder, did he do something unethical? Or does he have, is that something you need to keep in mind, is that his intentions aren't necessarily pure? That he maybe has some ulterior motives in mind here. And with the Four of Swords here, though, that's what I'm thinking. Or was he incarcerated for something? Or did he have some sort of sick spell, that's made him wake up to a different reality now, The Tower is upright here. So I have to say here that maybe he feels he's learned some lessons over time, which might play into, what I was talking about here with the evolution. He realizes he's made some missteps and mistakes that have cost him. And, he's maybe now evolving, trying to evolve or move past them now. But there's something shady here. And I'm wondering if it's part of his past that you may not know about. He may have gone through something that was ill, or he may have gone through something that was, unethical.
If it was 30 years ago, a lot could have happened. And
Yeah.
the way you frame the question, it's really like, it's not necessarily about current. Maybe this is all
Yeah.
in the past. Maybe
That's what she doesn't know.
he served time in the past, and that evolved him, that changed him. He learned his lesson, he evolved, and he is trying to be more light-minded.
Yeah, so
I have a feeling
wonder.
that maybe he was on the wrong side of the law and he was taken out of action. Or it could be, that something else did
Set him back.
send him back.
Something here, like he's at rest. It could be, like I said, his health. It could be maybe, he lost jobs along the way because he was doing something unethical with work or, employment. I'm not sure. But I'm leaning towards his health or prison because of that darn Justice reversed card.
Walter spelled sideways is, I don't know.
Okay there. Christine is up now. Yay, Christine. The question:
Hi,
what
Christine.
does Spirit want you to know? Well, that would be my reading, and
Okay.
that would be with your deck.
Yes. And I know there's a deck I have not used yet, believe it or not. I wanted
Oops.
to make sure I use a different deck for each reading.
Well, I don't know how much you've been keeping up with Walter over the years, so
Not.
I don't know. Right, if you haven't been, then, one of these things could definitely be possible. Maybe he didn't serve time, but, he had penalties to pay, or there was some repercussions here that set him back.
He was kidnapped to South America. I have one deck I have not used.
Ah,
Naturally, I saved the worst for last. It's my Neon Tarot.
it's meant to be. All right.
Make a poppet just in case, Kara. And then play truth or dare with him. And every time you think he's answering the question wrong, you can stick a pin in the poppet.
Well, Mr. O.
Yes, I remember that you had only reacquainted more recently.
Okay. So you really don't know where he's been, what he's been up to.
All right, Christine, what does Spirit want you to know? And it's the Four of Pentacles reversed. So Spirit may want you to know that this is a time you need to give something, maybe more materially than not. You need to offer help or resources or physical care to somebody. It's also possible too that maybe it is something else that's not physical. You may need to just give something up of yourself in a way. This sort of does seem like it's a sacrifice, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
I look at this a number of ways here. Spirit might be saying a couple of things. They may be saying that this is a time to let go of something that you cherished at one time that no longer matters to you as much anymore. In other words, maybe it's time to, again, I'm seeing a number of parallels in these readings to that Phoenix card we drew as the Oracle for the Collective, in that maybe you need to shed something in order for something new to happen or develop, Spirit is trying to say, that really doesn't have as much importance in your life anymore anyway. Maybe you don't see it that way, but maybe you will come to. So why is that important? Or
The
what
Knight
you
of
said.
Cups, upright.
Because you're on track now to manifest something you truly want and desire. You can make something come to life that you really will cherish more now, and is really where you need to be. It will make you feel more fulfilled. It will bring you, the kind of success you'd been hoping for.
Well, maybe you're giving up a life that didn't have a certain level of passion or love
like
in it.
that.
And that's why this is important, is that you will be moving towards a life that has more passion for life, more zest for life, more love of life. Or it could be talking about a relationship too, if you're not in a relationship, or a relationship expanding itself. All right.
Where are things headed?
The Hierophant upright.
More
Oh. Well.
So you're thinking it could be marriage.
Well, it could be. I mean, if you were moving into a
right.
relationship, maybe.
Could be a contract, absolutely. Signing a contract, or, sticking to a particular path. I feel where things are heading is to an elevation. With the
Yeah.
Hierophant here, the Hierophant is an enlightened, elevated soul. And I think you're heading in that direction. You're also heading towards more order and structure in your life, whether this is your business affairs or whether this is in your life in general.
Well, maybe Spirit says you're heading this way because you are releasing the things that
it's a
kept
process.
you. It's a
Yes.
process. And that maybe there were certain levels you had to reach in terms of emotionality or how you saw your emotionality or where you placed it, to evolve further. That this is really kind of spiritual in a way. This may be saying spiritually there's a goal for you, or there's a movement going on here. Our house is on the mountain.
Well, the obvious read for these two cards together would be obstacles in the home and things to surmount in your home life. I mean, that's the generic, I think, interpretation of these two cards together. But what I would suggest here in relation to what we just read is that the obstacles are in getting to a comfortable place in life, a place where you feel safe and secure. So in other words, Spirit is saying this path you're on, it's not easy. It's not easy, but if you can shed whatever might be blocking your progress or you might be spending too much time on at the expense of really achieving what you really should be striving for here. What's that card?
Hierophant.
Yes, the Hierophant. That will give you the structure, the order, the security, and the elevation in your life that you're looking for right now. It's not going to be easy getting there. You're going to have some obstacles along the way. But you should, I think you're on a path. You're on a journey right now. And you can overcome this.
So a lot of this is about a sense of coming to a spiritual home of some sort. And it's saying that what that process is involves you detaching from things that maybe stop you from realizing your dream, your goal, and those things may amount to only minor, obstacles along the way, just things that you this is not to be concerned about. This is really your path, is to move past that to find that spiritual home. Right.
All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Angel wants an oracle.
I know, and I've got the liminal forest here for you, Angel. You're just very lucky right now, Angel, that I did not break in the channel your inner trash animal and live life to the fullest. We'll see about this in a future upcoming show. But perfect timing, Angel. There'll be another time for the Trash Animal Oracle, which I just received. It should be fun. I think it's going to be a very fun one for collective readings, too, on for my Oracle of the Day. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's all about.
I must be delirious. I feel like I smell food.
Who knows? Maybe it's coming through next door. We do have, maybe there's barbecue going on. It's such a warm day. It's like mid to upper 70s here.
It's got to be it.
You have your window open upstairs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, Mr. Rivera, you have, the Judgment card in this deck. Look at those big birds staring down, glaring at that little one. Talk about being on the spot. Well, when we encounter judgment, it's like bumping into a mirror that doesn't reflect our authentic selves, but showcases the insecurities and fears lurking within the person holding it up. It's a curious and somewhat sad reality that our differences, which should be celebrated as enriching the vast spectrum of human experience, can instead feel like threats. The feeling of being judged feels even more pronounced when viewed through a lens clouded by scarcity and fear. These moments challenge us, pushing us into corners where the light of our unique stories and vulnerabilities struggle to shine. Yet, it is in these corners, in the act of embracing our true selves, that we discover the path of authenticity. The temptation to shrink oneself and fold into smaller, less conspicuous shapes out of fear of judgment is powerful. It is the lie that conformity is the key to acceptance, that our worth is somehow negotiable and contingent upon the approval of others. But here's the truth. As simple as it is profound, your worth is not up for debate. Gosh, did we have this for someone? We had this for Gina,
We had this
I think.
recently, yes.
Say it out loud if you need to. Your worth is not up for debate.
She loved that part, yeah.
I know, I love that part. Not now, not ever. Even in the harshest glare of criticism, your value remains intrinsic and unassailable. It's there to guide you through the darkest times, a reminder that the only approval you genuinely need is your own. So the next time you face judgment, remember that it's not a verdict on your worth, but a reflection of the other person's battle with their insecurities. Stand firm in your authenticity, for it is your greatest asset. And you know, Angel, what comes to mind is, I've been on Blue Sky here and there once in a while, and I think I might have seen you recently talking about some people that you might have to block because they're just, they're challenging you, in ways that just aren't respectful or fair or right, and you're not going to put up with it. And I think this is exactly what this card is talking about. Be your authentic you, regardless of how other people try to bring you down out there. Whether it's in social media, whether it's on your job, you just stand tall and stand up for yourself and realize that sometimes people are projecting their own insecurities by challenging you and critiquing what you have to do, what you are doing, or what you have to say. Don't let it shrink who you are. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I did talk a little bit before when Gina got judgment. I like the idea of this card because I think it does say, too, that sometimes the majority isn't always right. Sometimes the minority has something to offer.
Violet's trying to get you to sing. We're not gonna take it. Never did and never will. So that's it. Just be yourself out there and or anywhere for that matter. People are going to like you now. I always say, and I think I said that when we had this card for Gina, I am who I am. Love me or hate me, but I'm not going to change for you. I mean, I'm certainly going to be respectful for people, but I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. That's it. Good luck with that.
Okay. And now we are on Harvey.
Hey, Harvey. Finally got to you, and then we'll finally get to Violet Lotus.
You're welcome,
You're very
Angel.
welcome, Angel. She's really, I really love her perspective on the cards, though. And the way that she defines these things is like very insightful, very insightful. All right, Harvey.
What do I need to know about the project I am working on? That sounds like you're reading.
Okay, yes, okay. We'll do it.
One,
and it's
two,
your
three.
deck. So I'll get my Lenormand.
And I'm using my last unused deck today, so timing out perfectly. Card 1. What do I need to know about the project I'm working on? It's the reversed Two of Pentacles.
Oh, wow. All right,
So there's a bit of
yeah.
chaos going on here, or there's a bit of things that are not exactly balanced. So the project you are working on maybe will have different aspects that either compete with each other or need to somehow align better for the benefit of the project or to maximize its effects.
I think what you need to know is that, this project is going to have some ups and downs. This project is going to have you very, very busy at times. It's almost like feast or famine, and then there'll be some downtime where either you're going to wonder, is this worth pursuing, or maybe you'll get lazy and distracted, or other things will interfere. That's the point too, is, things may interfere with what you're trying to accomplish here.
Yeah.
So a little bit of chaos that you have to manage here in order to give this its just due.
This could say there'll be a bit of multitasking about it.
So why is that important? Let's see what you've got there.
It's important because the Ace of Cups is reversed. This may have an effect on other things in your life that basically are about, bringing emotional value to your life. If there's a concurrent other new beginning, a new relationship or something new that brings something joyful to your life, this may impinge upon that, the idea that there's multitasking or there's some amount of craziness involved in that.
Well, why is this important with the Eight of Cups reversed, that you realize, some of the things that I said there, Harvey, is because that, your emotions with the Ace of Cups, it's not always going to feel as fulfilling to you. It's going to feel sometimes like, hey, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of stress. This is adding to what I'm already doing in my life. And, it's a lot. It may affect you emotionally. And also some of these ups and downs, your emotions are going to kind of ride with that and not necessarily in a healthy way. So I think why this is important is you need to manage your emotions throughout the chaos here. Make sure that
That's perfect.
You don't lose your passion. You don't get overwhelmed emotionally by setbacks that may occur from time to time.
Where will this lead? And it's the upright Four of Pentacles.
Nice.
And that's nice in this context because I think it says you gain something from this. You gain something that either translates to material success of some sort. It could also translate to material security. So maybe if this is involved in your actual career or workplace, this may solidify your standing there in certain respects.
It could definitely be gain for you here, but also to me, I think what this is saying is that you may achieve, where things are headed is that this is possibly following through and, despite the chaos, despite any setbacks, maintaining emotional stability could lead you to something of value, something you will cherish and value going forward, something that, clearly you're going to want to hold fast to and remain committed to. All right.
The Lenormand. Card 1, the Garden.
I don't know if this is putting you in a public light in some way or
Card
not.
2, whoops, is the Sun.
In a more social atmosphere. But it looks to me as though there is success for you in either networking with others or your success will take you in front of others, or collaborating with others or working with others in some way or getting business from others, and it will be successful. Might be enlightening others if this is something that has to do with tarot or some divination work.
The success of this project really will put you more into the public realm, so you will be noticed mostly and seen for the success you're bringing. So it's a popularizing idea, but it's also saying too, somebody will say they should recognize you're a person who succeeds.
It's a nice reading, Harvey. It's not, Spirit just wants to tell you it ain't going to always be easy, and you got to be able to roll with it. You can't let your emotions overwhelm you. So I wish you luck with that. I think it's looking good.
Good luck.
Okay, and Violet just popped that question right out there. Ah.
We did do your reading, though. because you left your question, right, Christine? We did.
Yeah,
Christine's reading.
Christine, the reading has been done. You are, oh my goodness, you are just, let's see, we did Harvey. Then before Harvey, we did Angel Rivera, and then we did your reading. So you're about to, the third reading back now.
2 to 3 back from here.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on Violet Lotus. Let's see again.
Mercury's been pretty brutal, and you're welcome. All right, I hope you like the reading, Christine.
Okay, so which way should you be of service? What is the guidance they have on the best way for you to be of service? Okay, I like that. I think we should just throw 3 cards on that one, don't you? Mr. O, you should probably use a deck. You don't have your baby today, do you?
Well, guess what?
What?
I just used my deck.
Oh, well then I guess I can use the witchy one for you again, Violet. Yay! And I did mix them up since the last time we used them, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's very depressing feeling, all of that, Violet. I totally agree with you. And at the end of the day, I've been thinking a lot about...
Well, there's a few things that got me depressed about that, may I say. Because also, apparently, a Jewish teenager was killed in the Gaza West Bank, and so immediately the settlers who really are there illegally, as far as former agreements with Palestinians went, retaliated. And I mean, one child dead meant a village with many houses on fire and people being attacked. I mean, I understand the rage and I understand the need to defend, oneself, but perspective here. There just seems to be no perspective anymore. We just have a lot of Wild West stuff going on, and it's really disappointing to me. Obviously it's disappointing what Iran did to Israel, and but Israel kind of precipitated that by taking out some of their fighters. Like I said, violence just keeps begetting more violence, and this is just what's happening. It's really unfortunate. The killing in Australia, yeah, that was pretty heavy too. Yes. Especially, when they have to go after a young child like that. Was one of the victims.
Are you saying I'm using my cards and the Lenormand? I don't think I understand. Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yes, I'll take my Lenormand back.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, sir.
What would I do without you? Oh, insane. I'm just insane.
We got this here in this country. People wanting to take people out of their beliefs, or their lifestyles, and it just goes on. This world is really got to pull it together.
Well,
we need each other more than we know.
I think a lot of this is what astrologers said would happen as we transition from Pisces to Aquarius. And I don't think that the transition is quick. I think it may take place over years and years. And so the worst things about Piscean nature, which is a clinginess and a need for or institutional darkness, will be acting out a lot. All right, I'm stopping.
Oh, it's okay. All right, so I'm going to throw out the 3 cards and we're going to take a look at them, and because this is about how you can best be of service. Right now we have the Page of Cups here reversed. Oh, we have the 5 of Wands upright. This is really interesting. And the Ace of Swords upright. One could look at the Ace of Swords as a card of war in a way, or victory in war, but I'm not going there. How do you want to be of service? Well, I think, number one, the best way you can be of service is to try to not allow your emotions to get the better of you here, so that you get so sensitive that you cannot either handle this stuff or you really allow it to get to you to the point that it paralyzes you, and you don't, your intuition gets clouded. I think this is a direct message for you, and the best way you can be of service is to not allow that to happen, because I think you're needed sometimes to help people resolve things, and when I see this card of conflict, I think too that this could be internal conflict. A lot of people go through a lot of stuff and they're in conflict with themselves. The Eight of Swords is one of those cards that shows us that too, don't you think?
Sure.
And so I think here one of the ways that you can be of service to others is to help them come to terms, with things in their lives that they're in conflict with, whether it's with other people or internally.
This wasn't your reading.
No.
Okay.
I said we're going to do
Okay.
3. Yeah.
Okay, so when I look at the Page of Cups reversed, this could be saying to ground yourself, because sometimes I look at the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups the other way, and say it's like rising out of themselves, from the one tarot card that we use. This could be saying this is a time for you to understand your emotions, but not be totally wedded to them, to sort of sit them in a place where you don't make judgments about your emotions or about how you feel that your emotionality applies to the service protocols you want to create.
When I look at that last card, I'm thinking here too that basically your mission, or the best way you can be of service, is to help people achieve a breakthrough, an epiphany of sorts. So, what comes to mind to me, just as an example, you'll send out messages from time to time, and other people do, where they're either encouraging or they're warnings about something. You have to understand here that those messages are not going to be for everyone, but whatever you're sending out in that regard may hit the right person at the right moment to spark an epiphany, or maybe help them through a blockage that they're experiencing right now, or help to come to terms with resolving something they are in conflict with. I think this is like that combined with this, is your mission right here.
While I don't always see the Five of Wands as being about people conflicting or fighting, I do see it being about differences, diversity. And so another part of, your mission is understanding that everybody's different and they may perceive or receive your message a little differently. It doesn't mean that they're right or wrong. It's sort of based on something you said about, that kind of factor. You made me feel that way. And so that puts you in the position of basically being a wise person who says people can go their own way. You're leading the way, and they may or may not be able to follow your examples or put into action the advice you give them, but that's your role, is not to force them by the blade of a knife, but to just show them by example.
So, like I said, this is the key. And what do you have, speaking of key? Oh,
An anchor.
No.
Not the mice, the ship. So your journey is ongoing, and you have to sort of anchor yourself to the idea that you're always moving ahead, moving beyond, and that even where you're at now is just maybe along the way towards something else, because you're anchored to the idea of that ascension or that movement or that traveling. No?
I think the ship is anchored. I think there's no moving beyond this. In other words, I'm not saying, the ascension. You asked specifically how to be of service to people. So I think you are anchored in this right here. This is your mission right here. And you're not moving from this. This is Spirit wants you to stick. Or, maybe your what do you call it? The starseed people want you to be anchored in this. There's no moving beyond this right now. This is what you need. This is where you need to be. So, think about the message of the Five of Swords, Wands, for yourself personally, beyond what we both said here, and that Ace of Swords, combining it with that, and determine it, because I think this is your mission right here, and not allowing yourself to get too overwhelmed by the things that are out there. You just know that let the messages come through to you. Send them out to people who maybe need to hear them. And also, people may reach out to you, maybe after a card of the day or something, and, voice that they are in conflict with something or that there are conflicts. Maybe also, at times, if you get a message regarding something that is more, how should I say, of a global concern, you can couch it in such a way just that, you're not being political, you're not being this. You're trying to give a message of how to work through here so people can come up with an epiphany or maybe gain some hope from, what appears to be a difficult situation.
All right.
Wow. I don't know. I went on there. That's what we have for you. We are well in overtime now.
Oh, my.
So
thank you, everybody, for coming.
You're welcome, Christine. Awesome. It was an interesting read, Christine. Yeah, we really felt good about that reading.
I hope you like it.
And
you too,
and
Violet.
Yours was interesting too, Violet, I have to say. I really think it's clear. I think you're helping people reach enlightenment, because that Ace of Swords is all about that. That light bulb going off, that victory or that key moment that could set people on a different path.
Right.
So good luck with that. All right. We're on. We're off. We're off to figure out what to do now, and maybe to check and see if mysteriously the taxes have appeared in the portal.
I checked a little while back and they hadn't.
Oh my gosh. I just keep thinking something's wrong there, but oh my gosh.
I did check though.
And that's why we have to go in person again. So, I want to thank everybody while we stress our taxes here for us being here today. And we'll see you soon. We'll hopefully see you on Thursday for our next live show. Don't forget, Friday is my birthday. So we'll be doing my birthday reading at happy hour on Saturday, won't we?
It's a black tie affair. We'll figure this out. You'll know.
Take care, everybody. Bigfoot. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.